Hi and welcome back. Here we have a bit of a giggle while we take a bit of a break there.
It seems to be, doesn't it? Every time we do have a break, there's sort of laughter ensues.
Yeah. We were talking about repairs on carpet, and of course Franco, being in business, was having a look at the studio. As you can see, we're starting to build some new walls, and we've been pushing walls around, and
the carpet's showing it.
And the carpet is showing it. It's starting to buckle up, and I said to you, well, do I just kind of push that out back under the wall again? Do I lift some of the panelling up?
Well, the problem is that more than likely the carpet wasn't fitted properly in the first place, and that's where the issue lies. And I've been called into many an inspection where, particularly with the carpets, they have what's called soft back. It's a beautiful backing as far as walking on it and handling goes and all the rest of it. But if they're not installed properly, they stretch and they give quite significantly.
Yeah.
So what is happening is a lot of these carpets, over a couple of years of use, they're now starting to stretch and go all out of shape. Now the reason for that is that a lot of carpet layers, they're pressed for time, they want to get in and out as quick as they can, and so they just use the traditional knee kicker, which a lot of people are probably familiar with. It's just a little device that goes on the ground, they give it a good old nudge.
Yep. And you can see a carpet layer who's used them, can't you?
Yeah, with the knobbly knees give us away.
I don't know who invented that idea.
Well, look, it's quite effective, and the old style carpets, it did work quite well. With the jute back carpets, it wasn't quite so critical. Right. But certainly these days, with the synthetic backings that are now more commonplace, even the manufacturers are saying that they must be power stretched. Right. And if they're not power stretched, we get these issues that start to develop further down the track. Okay. So the only way to resolve that issue is now strip that room of furniture completely and power stretch it so that it actually gets pulled out nice and taut, and that normally solves the situation, unless there's obviously a carpet fault, which 9 times out of 10 is an installation error rather than a carpet manufacturer fault.
When you say power stretching, is this some kind of railing you put across the carpet and a big lever?
The big lever, that's the one. So it's a big pole that basically stretches it right across the room. So rather than you giving it a nudge with your knee and then hoping to God that's gone as far as it needs to go, which 9 times out of 10 it won't have with today's carpets. This is as the name says, it's a power stretcher. It pulls it with a big lever and really gets a good tautness in the carpet, so that once you fix it down in place, it's really taut and it's not going to move.
It sounds like a huge piece of equipment.
It's not actually. It's I mean, it fits into a box about yay big.
Really?
Yeah. And it's just it's a very similar head to your normal knee kicker. But the difference is that it just has a bar that goes across the wall or skirting on the other side of the room, and then they're just poles that stretch across the room, and then that lever on it get that stretch in.
Do you do it from both sides of the room, or do you go, right, I'm standing here, and then you have to come up walk it up the room?
Oh yeah, you've got to go across the room. You can't just do it from one side, otherwise you'll just end up with a bow in the carpet. So one bit's nice and taut and the rest of it's all floppy. So yeah, and then your patterns go out of shape and all the rest of it, so it's probably not a good look.
So that's why you need all the furniture gone.
Well, that's right. And then
none of this. I'll just clear half, and then when you get up to here, I'll put the other half back on.
No, because you've got to have an even stretch across the whole carpet for it to be effective.
Right.
Now, I just went to do an inspection on the carpet last week, for instance, where they'd just done the nudge, and sure enough, the carpet stretched, and it started what we call rucking. And
they trip over it.
That's the one, yeah. So anyway, they got the layers back in again to re-stretch it. Now they left the furniture in the room, and he just went, oh yeah, nudge, nudge, nudge. It looks nice and flat again. Yeah, it looks nice and flat again. But then what's happened? It's done it again, it's all completely rucked again. Yeah, so it's not a good way to do it. Those carpets have to be power stretched. There's just no two ways around it.
So basically, if someone's getting someone in, the carpet is rucking. You're just saying getting those lumps that we stub our toe on when we're not looking properly. And
trip over when you're at the top of the stairs. That's what one customer happened, so yeah.
It can get nasty, can't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is a significant trip hazard, especially if you've got an elderly person in the place who might be a little bit unsteady in their feet. Or even just, as I said, there was that situation where I had an inspection I had to do that the rucking was right at the top of the stairs. And the woman decided that enough was enough when she tripped carrying a washing and almost tumbled down the stairs. That could have been tragic. So there's all sorts of situations that can be quite dangerous.
You know, because you run the Carpet Cleaning Association, do you actually train the guys coming through in how to do this properly? Is that one of the things you like to make sure?
No, that's a really different field again. Not everybody gets into it. So, I mean, carpet cleaners are carpet cleaners.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we try and cover across the board to be able to do more than just carpet cleaning.
Yes.
So we try to specialise in
it. More unique.
Yeah, yeah. So we specialise a lot more. So most people don't do the dyeing, for instance. Okay, that's the very uncommon thing.
Yeah.
Most people don't do the repairs. Most people will just come along and do a basic clean. That's the average carpet cleaner. They just do a basic clean without the other specialties that go with it. So we've, 30 years in the industry, delved into it a little bit further than most people have. Yeah.
So that's probably a good point to make, because I can imagine a carpet cleaner that may not have been doing it for a long time. Say I got into it, I've been doing it for 12 months or so, and I came against one of these things and just went, oh, my instant reaction, because I can't fix it, I'm never going, well, you just need new carpet.
Yep, yep, and that does happen. Yeah.
And it's sometimes to go, well, hold on. Maybe they just need to. So can a client or can a customer ring the Carpet Cleaning Association and say, here's a problem, can you recommend somebody?
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, so rather than ringing, you can actually go to the website, and each member has got their own web page, and they have listed on there exactly what they can or cannot do. So you'll see some people can do some things and other people can do other things. But somewhere in there's got to be someone who can do your special need. Yeah.
Okay. What's the website again for the Carpet Cleaning Association?
ccwa.com.au. That's
CCWA.
That's the one. Yep.
.com.au.
Yes.
So that's somewhere just to double check if you've got some advice off someone, you're a little bit like, replace the whole carpet? They can just jump onto the website and actually...
That's right. You'll be able to find someone who can do something there.
Or they can go on your site itself.
Absolutely. Yep. The facc.com.au. It's got a lot of helpful information there as well, and obviously we've got the contact point there where you can give us a call, and then we can give you the advice that you need and tell you what can or cannot happen with your carpet, because some people have some strange expectations at times because they don't understand the mechanics of it. So sometimes there are things that can be done, other times there are things that are just like, well, it's a replacement issue.
Yeah. When you come to repairs then, and I live near the ocean, so we get a lot of salt in the air, and we get sun streaming in through the back until we built the big patio to try and stop that out. But that tends to give you beautiful bleaching, nice sun patterns on your carpet. Are they a thing to be cut out and repaired or recoloured? Or
it depends on the situation. Okay. Sometimes it's just a straight out UV fade. Okay. But a lot of times that UV intensity can be amplified there, and you've also got a bit of ozone around the beach areas that come into the situation, plus salt. Everything works together to degrade the carpet. So whilst it might just look bleached, when you go and try to pull a tuft out, it just falls out, and then the carpet literally starts to disintegrate in front of you. Okay, so that can be an issue there. It was like, that's replacement territory. Don't worry about recolouring. But then if you're in, say over in Willerton or something like that, which is over sort of further inland, and you've got a bit of sun fading there, touch up the colour, job done.
Job done.
Yeah.
So every situation is just a little bit different.
Yeah, and there's different carpet qualities, different fibre types, etc., etc. It all plays a part. There's no way you can guarantee that everything is going to be the same across the board. You look at each one individually and then judge it on its merits.
Wow. We'll take a quick break. I want to ask you about pet stains, because there's some nasty ones of them, and can you fix them? We'll be right back.